Today, we're diving into a radical, almost unbelievable idea in mental health. It's a new approach that suggests one of the most powerful treatments for anxiety isn't found in a clinic, but maybe billions of light years away.
Think about this for a second. We're always told to look inward to fix what's going on in our minds. But what if that's only half the battle? What if the real key to breaking free means we have to look out, way, way out?
That's right. The solution we're talking about might be waiting for us in the vast, silent expanse of space. Now, I know it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but the science behind this is absolutely fascinating and incredibly compelling.
So, to really get why this crazy idea might work, we first have to understand the problem. You see, severe anxiety isn't just about feeling worried, it's about being caught, trapped in a relentless psychological loop that just goes around and around.
And this really lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you have the anxious mind, just spiraling inward on itself, replaying the same thoughts over and over. But on the other side, you have this proposed solution, a powerful outward shift toward awe and wonder, something that anchors you firmly in the present moment.
Look, therapies that focus inward are absolutely vital, but sometimes they struggle against the sheer force of this feedback loop. When your brain is stuck on repeat, telling it to just think differently can feel, well, impossible. You need something strong enough to cut the power to that loop entirely. Now, this internal loop can show up in some really strange and unsettling ways. One of the most distressing is a kind of neurological glitch that turns a familiar feeling into something genuinely terrifying.
You know that weird little feeling of déjà vu we all get sometimes? Well, for someone with severe anxiety, it's a whole different beast. It's a cognitive malfunction. The brain basically misfires and it flags a totally new moment as something that's already happened, often linking it to a past moment of pure panic.
And this code just hits you, right? Imagine your own brain telling you with 100% certainty that you have lived and panicked in this exact second before. It becomes this horrifying, self-fulfilling prophecy of fear.
So, how in the world do you break a loop that powerful? Well, the hypothesis points to one of our most profound and honestly, most underused emotions: awe. The core idea is that you need an experience so immense, so overwhelmingly new, that it acts like a neurological circuit breaker. It needs to be big enough to just flip the switch and cut the power to that anxious looping thought pattern.
And here's what's actually happening in your brain. The experience of awe does something remarkable. It quiets down this thing called the default mode network. That's the part of your brain that handles all the self-talk and rumination. Awe literally forces your brain to stop thinking about itself and pay attention to the incredible thing that's happening outside. And that brings us to the prescription itself. If awe is the mechanism, then the cosmos, the night sky, is the medicine.
Think of it as a cosmic anchor. When your mind is unmoored, lost in anxiety and that disorienting déjà vu, the sheer, undeniable reality of the Milky Way can pull you right back. It grounds you in a moment that is so profoundly and unmistakably new.
And this is the genius of it. The scale is just too big. Your brain literally doesn't have a file for experiencing the Andromeda Galaxy with my own eyes for the first time. It can't misfile it as a memory it's already had. That novelty effectively short-circuits that terrifying déjà vu glitch.
Okay, so this sounds incredible in theory, right? But how do you actually test something like this? Well, researchers have proposed a really fascinating pilot program to take this from a cool idea to a real therapy.
The process they've laid out is actually pretty straightforward. First, you measure a participant's baseline anxiety. Then, you get them out of their normal environment and take them to a certified dark sky reserve. You immerse them in guided stargazing sessions. And then, you track the changes.
And they're not just guessing here. They're using a whole toolkit of scientific instruments. We're talking standard clinical scales for anxiety, logs to track how often déjà vu happens, even physiological markers to measure stress in the body. But it's not all just numbers. They'll also conduct interviews, asking these powerful, qualitative questions. This one is my favorite. It connects the hard data to the actual human experience. It gets to the heart of it. Did seeing the universe change how you see your own world?
So if this research actually pans out, the implications are, well, they're astronomical. It goes so much further than just a new kind of therapy.
You know, most of us have heard of green therapy, right? The proven benefits of forest bathing or just being in nature. Well, this could be the next huge frontier. dark sky therapy. It suggests that protecting our environment isn't just about the trees and the rivers, it's also about the sky above them.
This single idea completely reframes the entire conversation. All of a sudden, fighting light pollution isn't just a niche concern for astronomers anymore. It becomes an urgent public mental health necessity. Access to a dark night sky could be just as vital as access to a green city park.
This entire explainer and the incredible insight behind it is brought to you by the Varia One platform. If you believe that protecting our minds is just as important as protecting our lives, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more breakthroughs like this one. You can dive deeper into all the research and explore more on the Varia One platform. We'll see you there.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. If the simple act of looking up at the stars holds a potential key to our own minds, what other profound connections, what other essential parts of ourselves are we losing by letting the night sky just fade away?